My people, you see Tinubu and Nigeria government, they ready to go extra mile to make sure say Biafra no come. A lot of secrets don't they expose right now. I want me to pay attention. Listening to this man, we just come out from prison. We be say we know Simon, but we be say a lot of things. We be say they don't share together, and bribing. We be say they won't bribe. Waiting Mazen and the Carlo on so many things where they go on right now. I want me to just pay attention, listen to this man, and share this video to everyone on every social media platform. The way Mazen and the Carlo enter prison become person will be say they love most and they must talk about. Share this video, make everybody see the illegal attitude we be say Tinubu and Nigeria government they do to make sure say Biafra no come, and to make sure say Mazen and the Carlo no day in existence. So a lot is going on. Don't forget to click the subscribe button for more updates. Share this video right now.
All right, let's look at the judgment has been fixed. His judgment on terrorism charge against him has been fixed for 20th of this month. Supposing the case does not go the way of Nnamdi Kanu, are you foreseeing probably tension in the southeast?
Not just tension. There might not be election in the southeast, and by extension in Nigeria. So that's why.
Why do you think so?
Because people will be disappointed, and you know, when people are fed up, they no longer fear anything again. The worst will be death, and when people no longer fear death, they have reached a limit where they become dangerous human beings, and that is where this judiciary is pushing us to, and that's the reason why the Mr. President needs to halt this, so that we don't get to that level. Because that is what will happen. We don't even need, you see, they can charge you for anything. You know, I do not, because of the honor done to me by President Tinubu, there are certain things that I have kept to myself that I don't want to reveal. So much I have seen injustice. Injustice has been meted out to me personally. As at the time I was abducted, I was holding the hands of the former governor of Kanu State, Malam Ibrahim Shekarum. The emir of Dutse, his representative, was behind. The former governor of Kogi State, Captain Idris Wada, was coming behind us too. It was in their presence I was by Benga Adeyeye, known as Aluta Pilot. And because they told them that I am an imam, one of them brought out alcohol and forced me to drink. And that was the first time I took alcohol. But there are so many things worse than what I have just said. I have kept that to myself because of the honor done to me by Mr. President. But if they don't release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we'll come out and tell the full story. All those that are involved will say it. Let them come and take my life too. So all of these things, they can charge anybody for anything. They brought out gun. Since I was born till this moment, people, the only thing they have ever complained about me is that Atiku is stubborn. Nobody has ever accused me of even stealing or attacking anybody. I have not slapped anybody before. And let me even say that I want to exonerate the DG, because the DG, all the things they plan, they actually plan for me to be there throughout my tenure as NAN's president, so that their thug will take over. Ladoja Olushola, who hit me in the eye, and Yinka Dada, who is the former NAN's president, who stole my phone, with Olushola.
But how are you sure, the allegations you are making, how are you sure that they stole your phone? Since, did you see them with it? Is there any evidence to put?
They abducted me now. My phones were with me. They abducted me and took my phone. How am I? And I saw them and I also know them. I have known them before now. They stole Salahuddin Lukman asked me to put my PIN. I put my PIN. And then they took away my phones. This country, they can frame anybody up. And that's why I'm passionate about this Nnamdi Kanu's case, because they have done this to me. So if you take terrorism, I'll just say this. In short, anybody you say even is a criminal in this country, I don't even believe. Because I have never held gun in my hand. I have friends who are police, DSS, military. In short, I even have friends who are generals in the Nigerian army. Because I studied computer science, I know that when subjected to forensic examination, your hand, they can know whether you have held a gun before or what kind of gun before. So even if you keep it, I will not touch it. If the DG had carried out what they wanted, then maybe I would have been killed by now, or even after raising me, I would have been assassinated. We need something that will work. I don't care if you like, bring all Yoruba, as long as the system will work, but they must be competent. If you like, bring all Igbos. Okay, why are we not complaining that the Super Eagles of Nigeria is dominated by Igbos? Okay, because we want to win, ba? Why are we not complaining? Because we want to win. If you want good results, look for the best people. The guy, you see, the operation in the DSS, they don't even have, they don't know how to gather intelligence at all. They are behaving as if they are combatant. Throughout my stay in DSS facility, every time they bring me out, only one man I was always afraid of meeting. And that's the deputy director in charge of investigation. Because he is always very calm. I saw intelligence, very calculative. I said, Kai, I always fear him, but he will never shout. But others that used to shout, these ones, they don't have anything. They don't have, because they are always shouting. So when the only person I was always afraid of was the director, the deputy director in charge of investigation. And the time they allowed my family to come and visit me, my family stayed in his office. So I told, don't speak to that man. That man is too intelligent. Even movement, he will be able to know what is in your mind. If you are so. When they visited me, I said, even water, don't drink. If you greet him, don't say anything again. They waited for him for about 2 hours because they took me to hospital. Nobody spoke to him. Anything. I said, yes, don't talk to that man because he's the only intelligent man in the entire of DSS that I met. Those who are not courageous are not good to work with people. Those who cowards, you see, acts of cowardice can be easily detected. When you see a man that vacillates from left to right, depending on the side that has immediate material satisfaction, such a man is a coward. You don't need such a man to work with you. Men who are not ready to make sacrifice, they are not fit to be in position of authority. It will be, President Tinubu is courageous. By discontinuing with this case, he will show Nigerians that he's a courageous leader. He's fearless. It's not that he doesn't have the power. He has the power. It's when you have the power to do and undo, but you restrain yourself. That is courage.
All right, let's wrap up this way. What will you tell the president about the Southeast who feel that they need healing? The killings in the Southeast, how can we stop it? The people of the Southeast continuously complain about marginalization. How can we address this? What do you have to say to the president?
The marginalization is real. And that is why I'm appealing. Well, first, release their son. They love him. And this same is their son, is their leader. They love him, they respect him. They want him released. He is the only person in the entire of the Southeast at the moment that can say, all of you, put down your weapons. Not with force. Okay, you have sent military there. They have not been able to achieve that. A man that can tell them to put down their weapons and they will listen to him, why will you keep him in custody? Those that are giving you contrary advice to what we are telling you now, they don't mean well. We want peace in the Southeast. These people will be able to help your government to improve and also improve livelihood because they are hardworking. You don't, with this agitation, okay, during the last protest, even in the Southeast, all shops were closed. The roads were empty because of one man. Which governor do you think in the entire of the Southeast can command such respect? So release him. The marginalization is real. But President Tinubu, you are trying. I think one of the service chiefs is even from the Southeast. So give them, those who are competent. I'm not just saying give appointment because somebody is from Southeast. I don't want that at all. You have competent people from there. Bring them on board. Let all of us work together in the interest of national healing. You see, when I talk to my brothers in the north, they come and tell me, oh, do you know that Mazi Kanu that you're talking about, Mazi Kanu, they are the ones that killed Sardauna? I say, was it Mazi Kanu that killed Sardauna? They say, no, it was the Igbos. I say, okay, what about the Igbos that were killed by our own brothers? That, you see, what happened in 1966, a long time ago, the major who took the decision did not consult all the Igbos before he took the decision. It was his own decision. And that decision, many Igbos lost their lives again as a result of the counter-coup. Do you know how Ironsi was also killed? I always want a balanced argument, not just arguing because out of a sentiment. Do you know how Ironsi was also killed? There was a counter-coup, and many Igbos lost their lives. So now we cannot continue like that. Let us come together and understand ourselves and forgive ourselves. We are talking about forgiveness. Mr. President, if you achieve this, this will be your greatest achievement as the president. Release him so that you bring everybody on board. And you will be seen as even the best president for bringing peace. Anything, all achievements without peace is useless. Okay, now, if you construct all the roads in Abuja and people are being killed, okay, what are those that will make use of the roads? If all the hospitals are even functional, and before people get to the hospitals, they are already dead, what will be the use of the hospital? Peace is very important. And even Mr. President will agree with me that to achieve peace in the Southeast, don't listen to these governors. You know that you need this man to come on board because they love him. Once people like, respect, and honor somebody, before you take that, whatever you say about that person, they will not agree. Let the person come to talk to them. That is my appeal. We are appealing to Mr. President. I'm not an Igbo man before anybody will come and say, oh, because you're an Igbo man, is your brother. I am only being objective, and because I don't even have
based
any...
on personal interaction as well.
Based on personal interaction and the reality on ground. I don't have any place I can run to. This is the only country I have. I pray for this country. I pray for, in short, the president that I disliked the most was President Buhari. I was also praying for him to succeed because if his failure was also affecting me negatively.
You see, my people, sometimes I go to ask myself, where Mazen and the Kalu gets this in power? Because the way we in the day at, in the day, even day ahead of them. Before they go one plan waiting they won't do, in the already no saying how this thing what they won't do. You know, my carry on back to the time where we say they do judgments. You see, say Mazen and the Kalu no even bow on their knees because they do everything way they want to do to make sure say in succumb. And if you look at how the judgment they go, you go see say even the judge they very very angry. If no be smart thing they foresee life imprisonment, but they don't see say if they do one, waiting go happen to them. Waiting go happen to them. So they very very afraid of the kind of judgment where they go do. So that's why they say may be life imprisonment. Now that's imprisonment where they think of, but they say if they don't reason and say if they do one, waiting go happen to them. So that's why sometimes I imagine the kind of woman be will be. But anything will be say government of Nigeria they try to do to make sure say Biafra not come. I not say all the thing where they do they waste. Even Pharaoh, no matter Pharaoh try to kill everybody, all the whole unborn children, even the one where they don't even born, to make sure see the Messiah no come. Still here the Messiah come. So now so this issue of Biafra go be no matter how be say anything they go plan, sabotage, even bribe, all those things you know go even stand. Now my belief. And I believe see this year where would they? This year where would they? You see this year, Biafra must come. I know they shake, I know they fear. Biafra must come. So this country no be country will be say I mean I know see myself will be say I go come the vote 2027 election. I know see I must celebrate Biafra. I must celebrate the release of Mazen and the Kalu. So I not go just talk much here. Make sure so I share this video to everyone on every social media platform, and make sure so you click the subscribe button for more updates, and make sure say you drop freedom for Mazen and the Kalu and free Mazen and the Kalu at the comment section. Don't forget to click the subscribe button for more updates. Thank you, my lovely people.